Welcome to Magic in the Middle. I'm Sarah Adams Mar-Dumont. This is a space to pause, to find clarity, and explore where science and spirituality meet so life feels lighter and more aligned and you're thriving. Episodes drop every Monday. I invite you to take this journey with me to discover the magic in the middle. This morning, as I was waking up, I was doing my morning wake up with the reticular activation system, the RAS. And I believe I've talked about this before, where right when I'm becoming conscious, going from theta to alpha, before I get to alpha, before my conscious mind, that monkey mind kicks in, I immediately say something like, I'm going to see this day and how my spiritual team supports me, or how life supports me, or I'm going to see the beauty all around me and within me, because it really does start within us. You know, the quantum physics tells us what we observe is what we see. And that's why this reticular activation system first thing in the morning is so amazing and brilliant, because you become the observer of what is around you, and you may choose to observe the beauty and the love and the joy in the world. I was also going through gratitude, like feeling gratitude because already I'm being shown how I'm being supported, and I was feeling my body supported on my bed, completely supported on my bed. And so already I have this proof of support. But then what came to me, or maybe I should say, I want to say, and what came to me just started flooding in is this podcast, Where We Are Now. And so an interesting thing was happening is that the monkey mind, the conscious mind, was coming in and wanting to take over and take control. And I was saying, no, I'm going to see the ways that I'm being supported today. Like I said, I was noticing my bed and how it was supporting me, and how stable and sturdy it is, my home supporting me. So all the ways, the universe and God and my spiritual team, whatever it is to you, divinity, was supporting me. And the monkey mind kept wanting to creep in, which can be frustrating, but to me, I like to look at it like, oh, okay, I'm bumping up against some edges here and you're feeling uncomfortable, which means I'm growing and expanding in a way that I want to grow and expand. So what was coming in is the news for some reason, which I don't watch, other than good news, like Good News Network. And then the whole conversation that people will have, well, I need to be informed. And then all of a sudden, it was like, oh my gosh, it was like the devil on the shoulder and the angel. I'm just realizing this now. That's why I'm laughing. It was like the devil and the angel on my shoulder. I was like, no, you have to watch the news and be informed. And then the angel came and said, no, I am the informer. I am the powerful creator. I decide what I want this world to be and what I want to observe. I choose what I want to observe. Yeah, but you have to be informed about what's happening in the world. No, I create the world. All the things that are outside of me, quote, informing me about the world, those are outside of me. I'm a powerful creator. And to me, That is not being in our most powerful, creative being, is allowing the outside world to tell us who and what we are and what's going on in the world. This is what's flooding into me during this angel devil. And it really landed in my cells. Like I could feel this great expansion, because we came here as these beautiful, creative beings. Think about a baby. You were a baby once. Think about a baby. They get everything they want. They're so happy. They're fluid. They're flowing, joyful, unless they're hungry or they need a changing. But life is grand. Life is beautiful and brilliant. They have these beautiful open hearts. That is our beingness. That is our true human beingness. And we're not taught in life how to use the greatest version of ourselves, our mind, our body, our feelings, to create a life. The outside world tells us this is what you do, that everything's on the outside. But our world is on the inside, and we may choose it at any given moment during the day. Any given present moment, we may stop and we may look at what we were observing or look at how we feel, which will show us, that's our compass. If we're not feeling very good, that's our compass. Okay, then what are my thoughts right now? What am I observing right now in the world? I don't have to observe that. To me, we're not in our power when we're observing what's happening on the outside of the world and letting it dictate our world, how we feel. To me, we're in our greatest power when we are observing and saying, this is the world I choose today, this moment, the next moment, the next moment. And you know what? We are vibrating beings, and everything that is around us is vibrating. The tables, the chairs, the couches, the floors, the walls, the ceilings, all vibrating. So when we're vibrating at our highest, if it's even not our highest, but maybe the middle, just even when we're at our lowest, we're vibrating outward and we're affecting what's all around us. And it's absorbing whatever we're vibrating. So for me, the learning here today is, and people, I think, hear me talk about this a lot, but this is so important because we are not taught to use our brilliance and the power that lives in and with us in our mind, using our mind to its fullest capacity. What do they say? We use 10% of it. And using our body, the emotions in our body, and using the quantum field to observe what we're wanting to see in life, because then it vibrates out. It's vibrating into all the things in our home, into our family, into our neighborhoods, around the globe, into the heavens, as we say in Qigong. And I want to be clear on this too. There's no right or wrong. What's right for one person may not be right for the other person. What I'm saying is, if you want to step into the most powerful present being of who you are, the creator of who you are, you get to choose if you want to observe the news or what's going on in the world. By the way, there are a lot of great things going on in the world. Good News Network is the coolest news network. It has really amazing things going on in the world. Some are light and fluffy. Some are science. Like there's really cool science and discoveries happening in the world that we don't hear about, that are healing our bodies, our minds, our earth, our planet. So we can choose to observe that news. We can choose to create our own news, like I was doing this morning, using the reticular activation system, the RAS. Now that is science. The magic in the middle is the science meeting spirituality. The observer effect, that's quantum physics. We get to be the observer. We get to step in and ground into this powerful body and mind and say, today I will observe how God or life or divinity are supporting me. And we get to notice that our bed is already supporting us in this day and say thank you. And we're raising our vibration, and that's radiating into our bed and our furniture, and maybe our spouses or our partners or our family, our children. Think about this with children. If we're stepping into how we're observing life, what are we showing them? That they get to continue to be the powerful creators that they already know that they are, because they already know all this stuff. They already know it. What did Abraham say? Give me your child until they're 8. And he said, I will make them a man. By now, we would say, I would make them a person. Because at that time, from 1 to 8, 7 or 8, the mind is so open and it's just absorbing things. It doesn't have that system of choosing yet and saying, wait, this doesn't feel good anymore. I don't want to do this, or asking questions, or it's just soaking everything in. So imagine teaching them and being the example for them, being in that energy, because they feel the energy. They know it. And they're going, oh, yeah. So they just naturally keep doing it. They keep doing it. They keep doing it. They keep doing it. And they keep doing it into adulthood. So they're just continuing to be their natural creative selves. There's a great book that I've been giving to adults and children, created by Dr. Shauna Shapiro. And it's called Good Morning Violet. And this is what she's teaching people right when you wake up in the morning. I love you. I love you. Saying, I love you in your name. You know, starting out the day, observing yourself, loving you. Feels good to love self. We're not taught to love self. No. We're taught a more critical way of looking at ourselves and the world. And we do not have to do that. We don't have to watch the news that's not supporting us in our highest frequency. And you know what? When you're in your highest frequency, you are supporting and changing what is happening in the world. You're creating a new frequency that's going out, because right now there is a mass fear, there is a mass hatred and destruction. And that's okay if you want to feed that. Some people want to feed that. Some people want to stay the victim and say, look at how terrible everything is. That's okay. It's good, better, best. There's no right or wrong. This is what we say in Qigong. There's no right or wrong. It's good, better, best. This is your life. So you get to choose. That's the great thing about power of choice. You get to choose what you observe in life. Or if you want, you can just lay back and let it all flow all over you. And you just walk around just unconscious and allowing it to happen. But I'm telling you, you can feel better. My life has not always been perfect. I go through trials and tribulations, not like I have been. I mean, I've been beaten to a pulp by two different men. You know, I've had to give up two beautiful daughters for adoption. I didn't even get to raise them. So I know what I'm talking about here. My life has not been rosy and rainbows by any stretch of the imagination. And that's probably why I'm here and why I do the work that I do. And that's the gift that has come out of it. Because I see that life may be different and that I don't have to live and observe a world where that exists. And that when I'm observing a different world of how life and God and love and my spiritual team support me, then I get to have a beautiful life and a beautiful world. And it is. Like, my body feels so good. I wish I could describe. I was doing Tai Chi this morning, and I was just going deep within, and then Qigong with Self-Care Connections, Judy Olson, what a great leader, and just everything just felt so good and was just landing so beautifully, and just my body and the cells and everything just feels so good and light and expansive. I remember during COVID, my husband and I took walks like everybody else. We walked a lot. It was great. Loved it. And I think it was Abraham Hicks was saying, I listened to one of Esther's talks, and she was saying something like, look out into the world and say, you want to see some butterflies today. And I did that. I said, I want to see 5 monarch butterflies today. And, they're probably there all the time. Maybe they're not. And I would see even more than 5 butterflies. And I would point them out to my husband and go, look, I decided I was going to see these butterflies today. And look, they're right here. They're showing them to me. Or was my brain, the reticular activation system, observing and seeing the butterflies? Maybe they were there all the time. It's like you decide you really like this car, and then you see it everywhere. You're like, I never noticed this car before. And then you see it everywhere. This is it. This is it working. This is a real thing. This is science. This is science of our brain. This is quantum physics. And like I always want to say is, you are not right or wrong. You are a brilliant, beautiful being. And if you choose to observe the news and you want to stay informed, that is your choice. And if you choose to use the reticular activation system, the RAS, then that's your choice too. Either way, you're using it, but you make a deliberate choice to say, I am observing this today, and I choose to walk in this frequency because I do want a different world. I want a world of joy and happiness and where I feel supported, because then I know I'm giving that to others, because I am vibrating that outward and I'm giving that to others. So if you want to change the planet and change the world, it starts in you. It starts in you. Science and spirituality tell us this. They know this. This is why we do Qigong, because we heal our body within us. We have a natural healing system. And Qigong helps us to support that system and to accelerate it, to keep all the energy within us flowing and open, as does Tai Chi, walking, love. You know, this is true freedom. This is absolutely true freedom. If you want freedom, learn to use your energy and your brain to create your world, because you are a powerful and brilliant and beautiful creator. You are not powerless. You may choose to be powerless, but you are not. You are powerful. And life loves all of us. My spiritual team is showing me all the time how life loves us, how they love us. And if you don't know, my spiritual team are my guides, my angels, God, my Master Kuan Yin. In Qigong, we have masters, and they don't master us. They've mastered something, like Yeshua or Mother Teresa or Buddha. And so they've ascended. So they're ascended masters, the ETs. So I have this beautiful team that talks to me, and I talk to, and they're showing me all the time how loved we are, how much they love us, and they want to be with us, and they want us to see clearly of these true beings that we truly are, and that they're here to support us. And all we have to do is say, will you please help me? And you could call them whatever you want: divinity, universe, angels, gods, guides, masters, whatever you want. They want us to see the beautiful, powerful beings we are inside. This is what Abraham Hicks is talking about. This is what Lee Carroll is channeling. This is what I'm being shown. This is what Ramtha wants us to see. They see how powerful we are, and they want for us to step into this powerfulness. I believe this is what Yeshua, Jesus, was saying when he went out to face the demons. Those are our inner demons. And then he was saying, no, don't worship me, be like me. One of my mom's friends channels Yeshua, and Yeshua says, be like me, learn from me, step into your own creative power. You are beautiful and strong, and you can be and do and have a world that you want. You may observe it in a beautiful, loving way. This is what I woke up to today. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that beautiful? I mean, I feel so lucky and blessed to be able to channel in these beautiful messages and to feel the love, I wish that I could plug this in to everyone. Because the way the love of our spiritual team feels is supported, it's light, it's expansive, it's difficult to explain. So this is the message I woke up with this morning. I recorded it as soon as I could while it's resonating and breathing in and through me. This is the message. Oh, I did ask too. I did say, spiritual team, let me know what my next message and podcast is. And then this is what was coming in. And then the devil was saying, no, 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 no. The angel, yes, 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 yes. And that's okay with the monkey mind. So with the monkey mind, I was saying this a minute ago, when you're expanding and you're growing in such a beautiful way, Then the monkey mind, which is the protection, which is very important because this is the part of us that prevents us from stepping out in front of a car or cutting our finger. But it's also the reptilian mind. And it's the part that's always on the lookout. Like when we were cave people, we were Neanderthals. I mean, there were a lot of things, the elements, animals, things that could threaten our lives. So the reptilian mind was on high alert, high alert, high alert. Look, there's a saber-toothed tiger. Oh my gosh, there's a gigantic dinosaur. Hide, hide, hide. So the reptilian mind, the monkey mind, is very, very important. So we want to make sure we love it, but at the same time, like for me, I'm going through a huge expansion and growth in my life by choice. You know, just stepping into this podcast. And so that reptilian mind, the monkey mind, will come up and say, who do you think you are? Why would people listen to you? You're not good enough. Blah, 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 blah. And then I get to say in a loving way, because also when you push back, what you resist persists. When you push back, it'll get louder and louder and louder. So what I do is I say in a loving way, because I do mean it, because it is important. Thank you for sharing. I see you. I see you. And I know that I'm expanding and I'm growing. And I know it feels uncomfortable right now. I know it feels uncomfortable. I know I'm hitting up against the limitations my nervous system wants to set for me. I get that. But guess what? I'm also a powerful being, and I got this. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of me. And so it's okay if you relax right now. You do your job very, very well. And I really am grateful for that. And when it's time for you to do your job, I want you to do your job. But right now, you can relax. It's okay to relax. And then you might hug yourself and hum, because when you hug yourself and hum, this is a way of telling your nervous system it's safe. Then you might say to yourself, it is safe to grow and expand. I am safe to grow and expand. So you're telling your monkey mind and your nervous system that it's okay. So maybe if you did, and you have been, waking in the morning and choosing to observe something that's lovely and beautiful, and then you feel like your monkey mind jumped in, or your nervous system panicked, I invite you, say hello, I see you. Hug yourself. Feel the hug. Hum. And that shows your nervous system that you're safe and it's okay. Look how the world supports me today. I have this new tool. It's okay for me to expand and be safe. I get to choose what I observe because I'm the observer. I remind myself of that all day. I am the observer. I get to observe what I choose. And yes, Judy, I do set the opportunity reminder if you're listening. Judy is a great friend of mine and a great, great teacher of so many things. Life, Qigong, yoga, strong bodies, amazing teacher. And I told her I set my alarm for every hour to remind me to observe and see how I'm feeling and what I'm observing. She says, I don't like alarms. I said, that's right, that's okay. She doesn't have to, right? There's no right or wrong. It's only good, better, best. Then she comes back to me later and says, you know what? I'm calling this an opportunity reminder because that feels better. And I was like, yeah, I get that. I don't like alarms either, honestly. That sounds alarming. Usually an alarm is like a fire alarm or a warning. So this is much softer. Thank you, Judy. I like setting my opportunity reminder, and then I set it on a beautiful song. So when it comes on, a beautiful song comes on, like the 6-word chant or something like that, or I have this abundance activation song that's gorgeous. So I think there's a couple things here to wrap this up with. So the choosing, using the quantum field and being the observer, because what you're putting into the grid is what you're going to get out of it. So the grid is everywhere. And remember, so the grid is even the space and the air all around us, right? And so what you're observing in the grid, it could even be like a movie screen if you want to look at it that way. What you observe is what you're getting back. So we are the observer, and choosing to observe what you want to see, especially when you're going to from theta to alpha. This is a really important time. Again, this is science. Really important time. Just as you're feeling yourself waking and you're still in theta and saying, I choose today to see how life supports me. Or I choose today to see beauty or peace or love or expansion, perfect health and vitality. There's so many things. So whatever it is for you, it's a creative game, and we're all creative people. And then the other thing is that little devil and angel. That little devil and angel, that little devil might come in and start to challenge what you're doing and saying, why are you doing this? This is really stupid. Go back to being your old self. Go back to feeling miserable. And maybe you don't feel miserable, but maybe you want to feel better. And you can choose to say, okay, yeah, you're right. I'm going to do that, little devil. Thank you. So you could choose that direction, right? Or you could choose the angel and say, no, I'm going to stay on this. I'm going to stay on this path. Because I remember when Sarah was saying this was happening with her in bed, and she chose the angel, and she just kept choosing over and over, and then received this powerful download of a podcast to talk about this, and that I may feel differently if I want to. I get to choose that. I get to choose to have a frequency and vibration that supports me all day long. And I get to choose to come back to it throughout the day with an opportunity reminder. And you know what happens? Science is science again. Your brain remaps your neural nets. And then all of a sudden, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this naturally. I'm doing this naturally. Your brain remaps the neural nets. And the old ones that say panic, fear, keep feeding into the panic and fear. Those start to fall away. It's like a garden and it's being weeded. And those start to fall away and say, no, I choose another world. I choose not to feed that and give it energy, because literally you're giving it energy and the energy is growing. I mean, look at what's happening in our world. The focus is so big on this fear and this war and hatred and being mean to people. The news is just feeding this. It's basically one, maybe two owners of news. They're just feeding this and taking our attention away from really, truly what's important. And that is creating our own lives and being powerful in our own lives and taking our power back to us and being that powerful, powerful creator. It's just a lot of noise. And so we can bless it and say, I love you. I'm going to put you over here now. I'm going to come over here with the angel. Thank you, little devil. You can relax now. It's okay when there's really danger, then I'll need you. And then we may choose to observe how life supports us. And it feels really, really good. I've been having these massive downloads. Like the other morning when I woke up and I was saying, will my beautiful spiritual team, I want to feel what it feels like to be supported and loved. And I swear the most amazing thing happened. I just felt this clarity and this love energy, and there was this light that was in my heart, a beautiful light. I was not visualizing this. I was in theta. I was not even trying to visualize anything. I just asked to be shown, and my whole body was light. And I felt so much love and joy. It's so amazing when we're connected to our own selves, to this higher self within us, which some call spirit. It's amazing. It's just this incredible feeling, and we all have the capacity for this. That's who we are. When you see like those spiritual bumper stickers that say, I truly see you, or something like that, that's what they're seeing. They're seeing beyond this persona. They're seeing this beautiful soul that you are already. Our soul is here with us. And it's beautiful and pure and loving, and it connects in, and we are so guided. Think of all the beautiful teachers you have. We're so guided. We're so loved. And beautiful teachers are friends and family as well. Pets, plants, nature. So that's the wrap up. Let me summarize it one more time. So the morning, the Raz morning, right? When you're coming out of theta, choose if you like to. Choose what you're going to observe. Choose to be the observer, even though you already are. Just acknowledge it. It'll be more powerful. And then choose what you want to observe. If it could be anything. It could be the news. It could be the destruction and devastation. Or it could be the love and the harmony and that is happening in the world. It's actually brighter than what the news is showing us. That's why we're seeing it so much, because so much light is turning on. And so we're seeing in those dark corners, and the truth is being revealed. And then choose to be and create your world and what you want to see, not what the outside world is telling you to see. The other thing is the monkey mind. So the monkey mind would be that little devil, right? So the angel or the monkey mind, and just talk to it if it comes up. You know, if you start to feel fear and panic, or it starts saying, oh, what are you doing? This is really stupid. This doesn't work. That's the monkey mind. Because it's starting to feel unsafe, because you're growing and expanding in a different way, which is a great thing. That's something to be celebrated. And then talk to your monkey mind about that. And that this is a safe thing, that you can grow and expand and be safe. This is a safe thing. And it's okay. And you can also do the hug, where you hug yourself and hum. and say it's safe to expand. Hug yourself and hum. This tells your nervous system it's safe. That's part of the monkey mind. The nervous system starts feeling unsafe. I think I covered everything. I think I got all of it summed up here. I'm thinking. That's why I'm a little bit quiet here. I'm just looking over what we just talked about. And then I just want to let you know you are beautiful, powerful beings. Whatever you choose is right for you. Whatever you choose is the best thing, the right thing for you. We have choices. You get to choose what works and what's right for you. And you can always choose differently in any given moment. Just because you choose one doesn't mean you're there forever. No, you can stop and pause and say, I will choose differently now. I love you. I'm so grateful to have you here listening. Please share with family and friends if you think they'll benefit from this podcast. And I just want you to know I just surround you in so much love, and I do see you. I see you and the brilliance and the power that you are. If you're enjoying this podcast, please give it 5 stars. Leave a review, a comment. Leaving a comment too, maybe your experience, or maybe you've tried some of the things that I've talked about, and talk about your experience. It could help other people, and I will get to them as much as possible in case you have questions, because I'm here to support you. I'm here to love you. My spiritual team has shown me that is what I came here to do. My mom used to tell me, you always make me feel better. You always help me feel better, Sarah. Thank you. And I hear it from a lot of people all my life. People were telling me, this is what you do. And now I'm finally stepping into this. And it feels really, really good to step into my truest, highest beingness, my power. And I feel alive. And I just want that for everyone because it's amazing. Amazing. It is possible to come out of extreme, extraordinary pain and be this alive. Suicidal depression to this. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here.